Once, in a quiet village surrounded by fields and rivers, people often gathered around a wise old saint. He had lived a long life, seen the struggles of men, the pain of broken families, and the destruction caused by nothing more than words. One evening, a young man rushed to him and said, "Master, I have something very important to say about my neighbor." The saint raised his hand and replied calmly, "Before you speak, let your words pass through the three gates of speech." Dear listener, have you ever noticed? Most of the pain in our lives does not come from storms or disasters, it comes from words. A careless word can break a heart. A harsh word can destroy trust. But the right word, spoken with kindness, can heal wounds and change lives. This is the lesson of the three gates of speech, a timeless wisdom that shows us how to use our words with peace, love, and responsibility. The young man insisted, "Master, please let me tell you, it is very important." The saint looked deep into his eyes and said, "The first gate is this. Is it true? Before you speak, ask yourself, are you absolutely sure it is true? Or is it just a rumor? A story you heard from someone else?" The boy thought for a moment and lowered his head. "Well, I heard it from others, but I don't know if it is true." The saint nodded gently, "Then it must not pass through the first gate." The boy became nervous but said quickly, "Master, even if it may not be true, it is something serious." The saint raised his finger. "Then let us see the second gate. Is it necessary? Will these words bring help to someone? Will it protect someone from danger? Or will it only spread poison, anger, and gossip?" The boy felt ashamed. He whispered, "It is not really necessary. It would not help anyone. It would only make people judge him." The saint smiled softly and said, "Then it must not pass through the second gate either." The young man's heart began to beat faster. "Try it again, but Master, even if it is not true and not necessary, maybe it is worth saying because it is interesting." The saint now spoke with firm kindness, and now comes the third gate. Is it kind? Even if your words are true, and even if they are necessary, if they are not kind, then they will cut deeper than any knife. Tell me, young man, are your words kind? The boy's eyes filled with tears. He looked down and whispered, "No, Master, they are not kind." The saint placed his hand on the boy's shoulder and said gently, "Then do not speak them. Words are like seeds. If you plant seeds of poison, poison will grow. But if you plant seeds of love, a garden of peace will bloom." The young man fell silent. He understood now why the saint was respected by everyone, because he never allowed his tongue to be a weapon, only a source of healing. My friend, every day we face the same choice. At home, at work, with friends, with strangers. Our words can either build bridges or burn them. So remember the three gates of speech. 1. Is it true? Do not spread lies. Do not speak what you do not know. 2. Is it necessary? Do not waste your words on gossip, arguments, or noise. 3. Is it kind? Even truth, if said without kindness, becomes a sword. The wise know. Silence is sometimes more powerful than 1,000 words. From that day, the young man spoke less. But when he spoke, his words carried weight, love, and respect. People listened to him not because he spoke often, but because he spoke with wisdom, and that, dear listener, is the true power of words. So next time, before you speak, pause for just a moment, and let your words walk through the three gates. If they pass, speak with confidence. If not, remain silent. For silence itself is a language of peace. If this story touched your heart, give it a like and share it with someone who needs this wisdom today. And don't forget to subscribe to Still Rise for more calm, timeless stories that bring light to your path. Until we meet again, stay gentle, stay mindful, and stay peaceful.